town whose name I don't care to remember, came a very odd and interesting member. Some would say that he was on peyote, the ingenious gentleman Don Quixote. The books had his mind, that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. He read all the books of chivalric kind, and with them he did lose his mind. A new life he chose of adventure, one all the people would remember. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. Atop the withered Rocinante sat the bearded vigilante, clad in his armor all mismatched, the feeble knight from home dispatched. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. Some travellers at an inn he gallantly clubbed, when he a valiant knight was finally dubbed. For a squire he claimed Sancho and his donkey, who did not know his master's mind was wonky. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. An insula he promised he his squire, to help with what he did require. A friend, a companion through his strife, a man to accompany to the end of life. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. Some giants he came to heroically kill, but was only hit by a spinning windmill. On his back fell the chivalric ranter, and claimed it had been an enchanter. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. He knows every chivalric inquiry on how to heal a massive injury. He believes he'll heal their battered jaws with the magical balsam they fear blast. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. The beauty of all the free maidens causes the men to be grief-laden, but the knight of the sorrowful face has Dulcinea in his love's place. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. His head was as bare as the day he was born, so without a helmet he was forlorn. Came a barber on horse, basin on head, he obtained the helmet for which he had bled. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. The feeble mind became that of reason, when Quixote nearly commits treason. Frees a writer incarcerated, whose gratitude he surely awaited. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. Where the blanket-tossing mishap did occur, four lovers met suddenly, astonished they were. An elaborate scheme more complicated, by a group whose lives were interrelated. The books had his mind, that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight, a priest and a barber with similar views, convinced the poor knight with falsely made clues to go to the place that first made his name, carried in a box like he's lame. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. After leaving once again a knight he did meet, clad in mirrors from his shoulders to his feet. A great duel occurred, lance against lance. On the ground the victorious Quixote did dance. The books had his mind, that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. His fame spread far and wide, his deeds were known, and so to him hospitality was shown. But mocking and cruel tricks were their rebuke, when he met the mischievous Duchess and Duke. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. A political office given to the simple mind, a place to live for the knightly kind. A change of mind causes the end of one plan, but reunited are the great squire and man. The books had his mind, that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. Another knight rises, and the old one did stall. A lance well placed caused the old knight to fall. And now the knight is one sad mister, but not as bad as Bovary's depressing sister. The books had his mind, and that was his plight. Don Quixote thought he's a knight. But no more were his illusions to be real, and soon the end will come, or so we feel. His mind returned in his last passing moment to sanity and thought, but that's the extent